what kind of backlash did you receive from all that?
The reaction was from the streets. I mean, it was very divided. You know what I mean? There was no gray area. Either people loved me or they hate me or they hated me. You know what I'm saying? It was, but I like that. You know, I like when it's more definitive. You know, than I'd rather be somebody that you gonna love 100% or you gonna hate 100% than just somebody you can take or leave. You know what I'm saying? But the street reaction was, it was good on either side. And but as far as the artists that I talked about, I got nothing but love from most of the artists when I saw them, or if we spoke on the phone or whatever, it was all love. They understood, it wasn't no real beef. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know these. Right. I didn't know these dudes personally. We never had any run-ins, so they knew it wasn't any real beef. They understood what it was. However, the industry within itself, it got me blackballed. You know what I mean? It was like a gift and a curse. It got me attention. It got my name out there, but then labels were scared. You got to remember, it was at the same time that 50 with the shot 9 times and all that type of stuff was going on. So a lot of labels were afraid, you know what I'm saying, to sign somebody that controversial. They didn't want problems, and they had relationships with a lot of the artists that I talked about. So I don't know if some of the artists were like, yo, if you sign him, we're not going to do business with you or whatever. I don't know. It was crazy. Because at one point,
got butthurt, basically.
Right, and and it's like, because everybody heard it, everybody that I talked about, I know they heard it, but it's like
huge.
It's one thing when an artist is already in the game and they do something like that, and it's another thing when he just comes from out of nowhere, and it's like I can understand the skepticism of like, well, how can you come at somebody you know nothing about? You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of them were like, on that type of thing. That's why none of them responded, because they know if they had said my name, I would have went through the roof at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Then you would have had to, you know what I'm saying? But I love that. It's bar for bar, man. It's good for hip-hop. Like, when we had MC Shan on the show, he went at KRS, and it kind of reignited the Bridge Wars. But what we got out of that was classic back-and-forth records and videos, and it brought back some shit that we were missing. It's great for the culture. Right,
exactly. It's great for the culture, and it's all, hip-hop is built on competitiveness. So anytime you do something, like, I enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? So, but art is art. So the perception is, when you can hang a picture on the wall, but how people are going to take it, you can't control that part. You know what I'm saying? So I knew what I was saying wasn't really any malice. It was just, being an MC, being competitive. But, some people, their perception is, it was disrespectful or whatever. I can't control how people are going to perceive it once I do it. I just know what my intentions were. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about good lyricism and concepts and, and that's what people should be looking at and respecting. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they look at the lines and they get blurred,
Right, exactly. And you can't, and that's the part you can't control as an artist, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, like I said, man, it did what it did for me, and it was a blessing, you know what I mean? It got me my record deal. I've been on tour. I've written for a lot of major artists, and you know what I mean? So, I'm not ashamed or regretful about any of that, you know what I mean? It's a blessing.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, like, comment, share. Also go over to ugsforlife.com, download the entire archive, and check out new episodes on Apple Podcasts and Blog Talk Radio.